Hello, my name is Sip Mendez. Welcome to Sip's Techie Tips. And in this video, I want to talk about the World Tuna MIDI controller. And I made a video about it before, but it's time to look at it again. I've had mine now for about 4 or 5 months, and in that time I've learned a lot more about it. And so I think I need to explain a little bit further about how to set up your presets and make changes. I also want to talk about these numbers here, these blue numbers. And I'll show you how to use them and what they're for. And I was kind of surprised. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody who's been watching the videos. And I now have more than 1,000 subscribers. And it is January 2021. So you'll know when I made the video and where we are. And if you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. And if you want to be notified of each new video, remember to click on the bell. So let's get started. The Tuna Mini has 8 of these buttons over here, these drum pads, what I usually call them. And you can press this and you have another 8. But as far as actual presets, we use these same buttons, but there's only 8 of them. You need to select which preset you're going to start with, I should say. If your intention is to start with one and copy it to one of the other pads, then you need to make sure you start with one. And you do that by pressing Shift and make sure that one is illuminated. Because the editor, when it reads, it only reads the current preset. So let's go to our editor and we'll look at it. I know I selected the correct preset because I changed the color of button 1. And it is on using channel 3 for the pads, and it is using channel 1 as the global channel for the key bed. One thing I do not want to do is separately reprogram each of these pads for it. The first thing you need to know is how to copy a preset. And to copy a preset, you load up the one you want to start with, change the work area to the one you want to work with and create or set up, which is 4 for me. And then you send it to the keyboard. And here's my notice that it copied everything. So, for all practical purposes now, I am working with preset 4. Here are the things I want to do. I want my key bed to be full. That means that anytime I press a key, it's going to play at full volume. The pads, I also want to do the same thing. I'm going to change pad velocity to full. That'll be fine. I also want to change this knob acceleration to medium. I want to go to pad 1. And I want to reset these to 100 so that pad 1 will illuminate brightly. I'm going to change pad 1, the red, to 100. I'm going to change my green to 100, and I am going to change my blue to 100, which is right here. And that should give me a this one should be bright now. I'm going to change 4 so that so that we'll all know that I'm working with the correct preset. I'm going to change 4 to red. Red, yeah, we'll change that to red. We will change green to 0, and that's way off screen. And I'm going to change green to 0 also. So I should now have a red button. So these are the changes I made. My channel is still 1. My pad velocity is full. My knob acceleration is medium. And my velocity curve for my keyboard or keybed is full. Pad 1 is now white, and pad 4 is now red. And I'm going to send these updates to my keyboard. Very good. And remember, whenever you go to use your Tuna editor, you cannot be running your DAW, your digital audio workstation. Otherwise, it will not save your settings. So let's check all of our changes. I'll press Shift, and you'll notice that preset 1 is still colored. And we're going to change to preset 4, and you'll notice that it's changed colors. It's no longer just bright white. So now I know that my changes were saved. Okay. So let's check our pads, our drum pads. They should now be full velocity. So that's correct. I also changed the channel to channel 3, which is what Ableton Live is expecting, and so that's working. I no longer get piano notes up there anymore. I also changed the velocity curve of the keybed. Now whenever I press a key, no matter how slow, it's going to be full volume. Yep. Very good. So that's working fine. My knobs, I also changed my acceleration on the knobs, and that's so when I make adjustments in Ableton Live, it'll work a little better. Okay. And that should be good. Now, so that's working fine. And that's basically how you do it. Now, if you want to make a change, just a change to preset 4, what you do is you hit Shift, make sure preset 4 is selected, then exit your digital audio workstation and start your Tuna editor, and remember to save it back to work area 4. All right. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to show you something that's really kind of neat to do. And that is, if you're a live performer and you want to change instruments, you can do that directly from this keyboard on the Tuna. Not on all keyboards. And if you notice, it says MIDI channel 1 through 16. I can change from a piano to an organ. And all I have to do is press Shift and 10, which is the A key. So if all of the instruments are active in your digital audio workstation, then all you got to do is change channels. Let's go look at Ableton. So this is Ableton Live, and in order for that change to work, I have my piano on channel 1, I have my drums or percussion on channel 3, and I have my organ on channel 10. And I have all instruments turned on. So instead of using automatic or off to change instruments, I have the piano turned on to in. I've got the percussion to in, and I have my organ to in. These are also selected. If you turn these off, you won't get anything. That also turns them off. So these have to be on. All right. And so if you look here at the organ, so instructions are coming in from channel 10. If I hold down shift and press 1, which is the C, the low C, now I am transmitting on channel 1. And you notice that input is coming through channel 1. And my drums are still working. So that's a quick tip for changing on the fly without having to go find your mouse and find where to change it on your monitor or on your laptop. Okay? Well, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned something. I know I did. I've worked on this a long time. The more I do this, the more I learn. And if you did find this useful, give me a thumbs up. And if not, you can give me a thumbs down. That's all right, too. And if you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. And if you want to be notified of each new video, remember to click on the bell. So until next time, take care.